The new luxury electric vehicle business, Lucid Motors, is taking on both the EV market and established automakers head-on in the premium electric vehicle market. With the declared purpose of creating the very best electric vehicle in the world, Lucid struck a home run to the north on October 15th with the announcement of Canadian pricing for the Air, as well as the opening of its first retail location in the country. In today's video, we'll talk about Lucid's press release to launch a new store in Canada and unveil Canadian prices for its Lucid models. Also, how a customer in the United States receives a better deal than a customer in the Canadian market. Stay tuned for the excitement to unfold. Welcome back to NewVehicleMedia, your go-to channel for EV stock. Quick reminder, subscribing is free, linking the video helps YouTube suggest similar videos. Comments are loved and featured in upcoming videos. This is the first time that Lucid has shown up in the Canadian markets. The company has received favorable news coverage and conducted customer drives in the United States, but it's becoming increasingly unlikely that the company would deliver automobiles to their eager Canadian clients this calendar year. Nonetheless, Lucid is preparing to establish its first retail location in Canada, with the Lucid Studio debuting at the CF Pacific Center in Vancouver on October 16th, formally kicking off the company's North American expansion. In order to entice customers and show them all of the cool options they can choose to make the Air more personalized, it'll contain technology such as augmented reality through a 4K VR configurator to attract consumers and show them all of the awesome options they can select to make their Air more individualized and therefore more resources intensive, such as different exterior colors as well as different interior finishes and materials. It's anticipated that Lucid will open a second Canadian facility in the Greater Toronto area in 2022, with Montreal and possibly additional places to follow. Lucid has been making news lately with the Air as a luxury electric sedan that potentially poses a threat to Tesla's dominance in the electric vehicle market. The Air Dream Edition, powered by a dual motor, has been all over the news for generating up to 933 horsepower, EPA of 520 miles on a single charge, making it the longest-range electric vehicle the Environmental Protection Agency has ever tested. It'll be interesting to see if the Lucid Air lives up to the company's ambitious claims and sets new norms for premium electric vehicles when sales begin later this October in the United States. The company, on the other hand, is ready to expand its global presence, beginning with Canada, as sales are poised to commence in its native nation. As far as pricing is concerned, Lucid is not doing Canadians any favors by stating that the Air Pure would start at 105,000 Canadian dollars, which equals to 84,708 US dollars in their home country. At the present exchange rate, this makes it more expensive than the Air, which starts at $77,400 for the Pure variant in the United States of America. The Lucid Air Pure has a power output of 480 horsepower and a predicted range of 653 kilometers, which is 405 miles if you're from the United States. The Lucid Air Touring starts at 129,000 Canadian dollars, which would be 104,070 US dollars at current exchange rate, and has a higher output of 620 horsepower. The Air Grand Touring, that'll be priced higher than the Air Touring at 189,000 Canadian dollars or 152,000 US dollars, will be available for purchase in Canada. This vehicle develops 800 horsepower and has a range of up to 830 kilometers on a single charge. The Lucid Air Dream Edition range and performance, which are the most expensive models in the lineup, start at a whopping 229,000 Canadian dollars or 184,744 US dollars. The Range Edition has 933 horsepower and a range of 836 kilometers, whereas the Performance Edition has 1,111 horsepower and a range of 758 kilometers. A deposit of 400 Canadian dollars will be required for online reservations. The pricing of the identical Air models that are offered in both nations are considerably different from one another. In terms of cost, there is a definite pattern to which an expensive market, and that is the Canadian market. If the Canadian consumer decides to purchase the vehicle, they'll be required to pay an additional $10,000 to $15,000 in US dollars. This will result in an even high window sticker for the Air models, which have already been criticized for being expensive in the first place. This may provoke a response from the customer and might even result in a reduction in possible sales figures. But according to Zach Edson, Senior Director Sales and Service at Lucid Group, announcement of Canadian pricing and company's first retail presence in the country at the same time is essential in introducing the Lucid brand to Canada. This is the first of many announcements for locations outside of the United States market as the company continues the rapid worldwide expansion. Despite a bumpy third quarter in which new EV models were largely a hit-or-miss proposition for the EV manufacturers, plenty of all-new battery electric vehicles, as well as 2 drastically revised Tesla offers, will hit the Canadian market in the fall. EQS luxury sedans will be available in Canada, although only the most expensive long-range all-wheel drive configuration, unlike in the US at the upper end of the EV market, with price tags expected to be in the 6-figure range. Customers in Canada can now order the drastically redesigned Tesla Model S and X, which come equipped with yoked steering wheels and lacking turn signal or wiper stalks. Amazon-backed Rivian appears as being the most likely to be able to squeeze in deliveries of their electric SUV and electric pickup truck, having stated on its customer website that deliveries to Canadian customers will begin in November for its limited launch editions of both vehicles. Although the company had originally stated that deliveries would begin in the third quarter of 2021, given that it appears that the November deadline may not be met considering the lack of open retail outlets in Canada, despite the fact that Canada is a smaller market, Lucid was determined to enter it because it remains a priority for most electric vehicle manufacturers. Having said that, the majority of automobile manufacturers are introducing only high-end vehicles. In addition, as we can see from the exchange rate, Canadians do not receive as favorable a deal as do customers in the United States. According to Lucid, with the first luxury passenger vehicles expected to be delivered in the United States by late October, it's safer to say that Canadian deliveries will begin in 2022. I'm curious to know what you think about this. Which market do you believe the electric vehicle manufacturers have favored over the Canadian market? Do you believe that the Canadian market contributes a significant portion of EV sales? Feel free to comment and let us know what you think. Mr. Slicks is back in the channel with yet another feature. He has been quite enthusiastic on Lucid since CCIV was simply a rumor, and he has never changed his conviction. He believes that, so far, the company has accomplished everything that was expected of it, and that the future is bright. Furthermore, Lucid has significantly more promise than other electric vehicle startups. From the beginning, the organization has had a clear vision of how they want to achieve their objectives, as well as the skilled personnel to make it happen. The company has done an excellent job in terms of personnel and vision, but the after-sales services of the company will be the most talked about component in the unforeseeable future, as they have the ability to create or break a customer's perception of the manufacturer. That should wrap things up for today. Keep in mind that subscription is still free, and liking helps YouTube recognize your preferences. Thanks for taking the time to watch.